Hello and welcome to another video from Midas Touch Toys, Games and Collectibles. And today we are looking at the 1992 release by Matchbox from their Thunderbird series of action figures. Now these action figures were released in 1992 to tie in with the release of the original TV Thunderbird series from the 60s back onto mainstream television, back onto the ITV channel. And there was a whole series of figures that was released, as well as play sets and die-cast toys and so on, all basically from the same company and from the same series. Okay, so this particular figure is of Scott Tracy, who was the pilot of Thunderbird 1. This is the card that it comes in, and it says Matchbox Thunderbirds 1992 ITC Entertainment Group Inc. Licensed by Copyright Promotions Limited. And you've got Thunderbird 3, 1 and 2, Fab 1 and Thunderbirds 4 at the bottom. And it says Scott Tracy, pilot with Thunderstun, which is his weapon. And it says ages 4+. And there in the middle is Scott Tracy in his Thunderbird uniform, and his stun gun is just to the left of him. Okay, before we actually have a look at the figure itself, let's turn the card around and see what is printed on the back. Okay, so I've turned the card around, and on the back it's got Matchbox Thunderbird, Scott Tracy. At 26 dark head, Scott is the eldest of the Tracy boys. He was educated at Yale, USA and Oxford University, and during his service with the US Air Force, gained many decorations for valour and bravery. His main job is to fly Thunderbird 1 International Rescue's reconnaissance aircraft, but he also stands in for his father and controls the organisation whenever Jeff is off of the island. Like his father, he's always ready to enjoy a joke and speaks in a short, decisive fashion. He is tremendously knowledgeable and wastes no time making up his mind. With unreading energy, he exists on very little sleep. Scott's responsibility is to assess a disaster situation and decide on which rescue craft to use, because he's nearly always first man to arrive on the scene. Okay, and it says collect the range, Tracy Island with electronic sounds, vehicles and figures. And we have the electronic Tracy Island playset there. You've got Thunderbird 3 and Fab 1 die-cast, miniature die-cast. You've got Scott Tracy and Parker figures in the card, and then you've got the rest of the figures from the series loose. You've got the Thunderbird Rescue Pack, which contained 6 of the die-casts, which were included Thunderbird 2 with Thunderbird 4 and Thunderbird 1. And at the bottom here you've got the same text again in European language, and you've got all the copyright information and so on, and the stock numbers and barcodes at the bottom. Okay, let's turn the card around and have a very good look at the item itself. Okay, so I've zoomed in on the figure itself, and there you can see Scott Tracy in his full International Rescue uniform, including his hat and his sash. He's got his weapon, his pistol by the side of him in his holster, and his ammo pods in his belt. And he comes complete with his Thunderstun gun, which is just next to his right hand. Now, Scott stands about 3.5 inches tall, or 9 centimeters. Articulation-wise, his arms move, his legs move. And I think you can turn his head. I can't remember for sure if the head turns or not, but there wasn't a great deal of articulation to these figures. They were designed purely to sit inside the large Thunderbird play vehicles, or just to be played with, basically. There was no great articulation involved in them. But they do look pretty good. Likeness is okay. It's not exactly like the figure, the TV version, but it's okay. It's not a bad likeness. The uniform's great though. That is a terrific likeness of that scene on the TV show. Now these figures were released in '92 for 3 or 4, about 3 or 4 years, until the series come to its end, and then they moved on to other Gerry items because different versions of the TV show return to the mainstream TV. And as a result, these figures are now quite difficult to find and becoming highly collectible. But as usual, we at Midas Touch have managed to find a few, which are currently available to purchase on the Midas Touch website, which you can get to quite simply by clicking the link below, which takes you straight to the website, where you'll be able to find this and many other vintage Gerry Anderson items, and many other vintage toys, games, collectibles. Come to that. There's over 10,000 products currently available on the website for you to view and purchase at your leisure. And also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because we're uploading videos for every new item that goes into the website. There will be something for everybody, and I'm sure you're not going to want to miss that, because we've literally got thousands and thousands of more products that we're shooting videos for and uploading on a daily basis. So is there something in particular you've been looking for, something obscure that you'd like to purchase, or something from your childhood that you'd like to reclaim? Stay tuned, keep watching, because you never know, the next item could be the one you're looking for. Okay, that's it for me on this item. I hope you've enjoyed this very short video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.